everybody. Welcome to the Magic Behind the Ukrainian Actors. Today we have a special edition because we have someone here who's actually not a Ukrainian actor, but we want to welcome Kasey Esser, an American actor and producer. Welcome, Kasey.
Thanks for
Um,
having me.
yeah, actually, we have to thank you because you asked us to get interviewed, so we feel honored.
Yeah,
Um, um, First of all, before we start with everything, I want to thank you in the name of your subscription channel because you created something where such an amazing community was built. There are so many great individuals, and actually, you are, or it's actually your fault that we built another group chat in there. It's called the accountability team because we all needed kind of like a kick in the butt to live healthier. So if you see on Instagram some videos or pictures with some special hashtags, I can show it to you. Those hashtags. Um,
oh, look at that. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, I made the
Wow.
shirt. So if you
Well
see those
done.
hashtags, we are all from the accountability team where we support each other and get live more healthier and yeah, work out, eat healthier, and so on. But why we need this? Because usually we lift all the motto like this.
Thomas left of all to get the ass off again. Nice. Yep. Yep.
So, thank
Nice.
you. Thanks so much for your support in this group, because we all didn't do in a while something, and we really, really enjoy it, even if it's hard for us, but we enjoy it.
I love seeing all the progress you each are making. It's really
Yeah,
cool to
we
see
could
that.
do, we could do much more, but well, at least me, I could do much more, but I mean, no excuses is the first thing what we always have in mind, but sometimes it's not really possible. But anyway, let's start the whole interview. Maybe on the beginning, it would be nice if you would introduce yourself.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Kasey Esser. In relation to the vertical space, I did my first one in April of 2023. And it was early on in the space, and that one really garnered a lot of eyeballs. And then since then, I've been trucking along in the vertical world. Now we're in May, so 2 years, which is it feels like a lot longer in a good way, because everything, we're shooting at such a crazy pace that we've made. I mean, I just finished up my 40th one, and that, like, in 2 years, most of which has happened in the past year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been an amazing ride.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so far there are 34 which are released, or 35. And
I think so, yeah.
yeah, and that's why most people call you the king of verticals, because you have the most verticals released.
Yeah.
I guess Jared
No,
Harper is close behind you, but so far you have the most.
probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, we were in the space kind of around the same time. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot what you did so far. Um, I mean, you are not just an actor, you started to produce as well. And we will go to the subject a little bit later, but maybe we can talk about a few of your verticals. As you mentioned, in 2023, you started with your first vertical. It's named Fated to My Forbidden Alpha, where you yeah, played the Alpha Alexander Kane of the Nightwind Pack. And I'm not sure really if you wanted to make an alliance or build an alliance with a Blood Moon pack with Alpha Jackson. I can't remember right now how it really was, but in this movie you met your mate Celine, which just turned 18, and she just yeah, her wolf just came out, and she been actually the mate of Alpha Jackson, but he rejected her, and so it was your spot, and
Mhm.
you kind of rescued her. Um, yeah, I don't want to tell too much because the audience have to watch those verticals to see what's really going on, because it would be boring if I spoil everything. Um, but that was the first one which you had out, and I like it a lot. Um, then we make a big step because I would say we talk about the love switch billionaire CEO versus mafia king. That was a funny vertical which you shared with Jared Harper
Mhm.
and Molly Anderson.
Yeah.
You played there, yeah, Levi Grayson, who is a billionaire CEO. I mean, all CEOs are billionaires. What else?
Yeah. What else? Typically.
And maybe you can explain what's going on in this vertical.
Well, with that one, I mean, again, we were both in the space, early on, and sort of, were the first, you know, two guys to really be in the space, at the level we were. And, people had tried to get us to work together, for a long time. And Shorts App and Alejandro Fumero, who is the producer for Shorts App, Fumero Films, amazing production company. He had the vision of being like, "Hey, let's actually like make this happen. Let's have two male leads. Let's get you guys together." It hasn't really been toyed with before in the vertical space, and we were able to put something together. And we sat down and we figured out what story we wanted to do. And we were all big fans of Face Off, the movie with John Travolta and Nick Cage in the 90s. And we were like, we can do something like vertically based on that. And so, we had a story where, I'm the nice guy CEO at the beginning. He's the bad boy, mafia guy who can't turn away from his life of crime. Him, and Molly grew up together as childhood friends. We, of course, were both in love with Molly, and she ended up choosing me because I was stable and nice. But, she's always had an attraction to Jared's character. And, basically, we have to switch bodies and I end up playing Jared, he ends up playing me. Molly thinks she's with me, but really she's with Jared and vice versa. So it becomes a fun story, and it was a fun challenge to play like a more of a villain character, if you will. Um, and I hadn't really done that yet before in this space.
It's actually a funny villain, because I remember you said once in a Q&A that you don't really want to play a villain. Um, but you became one, but a funny one. So I liked this movie too because the interaction between you and Jared was amazing. It was kind of funny, and yeah, it was actually a good thing because you showed on your subscription channel first something from the set, and I enjoyed it. Um,
We had a lot of fun.
definitely, definitely. Which vertical I really liked is My Beloved True Gentleman, especially because of the era where this vertical plays. It's in the 1920s.
Hmm.
You played Joey Giovanni. Yeah, you are not really a mafia boss yet, but you are become one. But to do that, you have to get married. Is it correct? So that's why to get a bigger clan and you can fight against Luca Trevino, you have to marry the only uh, um, no, the heiress of the Romano clan. That was Leila Romano. And how that all happened was kind of cool because the vertical started in in the at the time like right now, and then she switched to the past. And the costumes, the car, and everything else, it was so amazing. I like that a lot. I really like
Yeah.
that a lot. Uh,
916 Productions, the company who put that together, did an amazing job.
yeah,
Because you can do a 1920s storyline, but not fully commit, and then it doesn't really have the same type of effect. But the whole time you're watching that, you do feel like you're in that period, which was a really impressive feat to pull off in the vertical frame, and the budgets that we're working within, and they did a really great job. So shout out to Joy and Max
yeah,
and for Igloo for believing in that story.
yeah. And I mean the costumes, no matter if it's from the female actresses or from you male actors, it was amazing. I liked it really. Um, and we have now the current vertical from you, which just got released, I guess, 1.5 weeks ago or something. It's Hillbilly Girlie Marries a Billionaire. So it's a
Mm.
reunion between you and Autumn Noel, because
Hmm.
she's been your co-star in the first vertical as well. And yeah, what is this about? You play Lucas Anderson, who is a successful domineering CEO, um, who, yeah, his father just passed, and he left you the company, but just under the condition that you get married. So you find Emily, which is the character of Autumn, and you both, yeah, kind of start a contract marriage. And that's actually, I mean, the kind of storyline we've seen in a few verticals already, but it was actually, how do you say it in English? Sorry for my English language sometimes. I liked it in this way because, um, especially the location where you shooted it. It was in Sony Studios. What was Sony?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I mean, just think about that a vertical can be shooted there.
Yeah, that was really cool. And more so because the people at Sony were like, what is this? They were really curious, and they saw Autumn launching the corn on the cob, and if you've seen the first episode, my wallet gets taken, and she throws a corn on the cob and hits the bad guy, and she's like, "I got your wallet back." So we did that kind of right in the middle of the grounds there, and you could tell people were, very intrigued, and but the cool thing was they were happy for us to be there because not a lot is shooting. And they said that. And they were like, it's cool to see something, shooting here. And that was indicative of how this space will continue to grow and assimilate into Hollywood as we know it now. Um, and it'll continue to be just more and more normal, if you will.
Yeah. I mean, it's maybe the first step that more verticals be able to get shooted in locations like that in some film studios. I mean, the Laugh Switch was you shoot it in somewhere else where it's kind of like a studio as well. I mean, just think
Yeah.
at the tunnel system where you.
Yes. I was at a place called Capital Arts in I don't remember where it was. But yeah, it was a place called Capital Arts, and Teen Wolf had shot there. Some other more popular shows
Yeah.
of a few years back had shot there, and you see why because it's gigantic and there's a lot of sets, and yeah, that was actually a really amazing place to shoot.
Yeah, because mostly the verticals being shooted in mansions and huge buildings. But if you have a studio, I guess it's much easier if you have all the different sets at once and you don't have always to move all the set to different locations.
Yeah, we shoot a lot at some different multi-use places around Los Angeles.
Mhm.
So you'll see some of the same sets appearing in several different verticals because there's not a lot of places where you can go to get a courtroom and a jail and a hospital all in one.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah. Um, so now we come to the last vertical which we want to talk about, and that's actually the common what you have to the Ukrainian verticals. It's a love in the shadows. Um, this is actually the vertical where you don't just be in the lead act. That was your, I guess, your first production job as well.
Mhm.
And maybe you can tell us, first of all, what is the story? And second of all, since this vertical is released on MyDrama. MyDrama is one of not many vertical apps where all the Ukrainian verticals being shown. Because the Ukrainian verticals, you can see the most of them on MyDrama and Drama Shorts, one on Real Shorts now, and two on Drama Box. So how was it possible for you that you worked with My Drama together? Because you this vertical is the first American vertical which been yeah, how do you say it? That My Drama decided to show it there at first.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a surreal experience because this would have been last summer-ish. They had reached out to me about acting and one of the series, and I said I could be interested, but only if I can produce. And they were down. We hopped on a call the next day, and you know, we were able to meet and talk about the vertical space, and we had sort of the same ambitions of wanting to just enhance the quality while still honoring the vertical space and just continuing to push the storytelling forward. And we got to work, and it was amazing to be able to put together a great team of people, and the experience of working with their team in Ukraine and Portugal, halfway around the world, to put together a production over some Zooms, but mainly like Telegram chats and
Mhm.
WhatsApps. And this is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah,
uh, and we were able to pull it off. And we're really happy with how it turned out. And uh, I'll always be grateful to them for giving me that opportunity to produce and putting that trust in me to make that happen.
yeah. That sounds good. Is there maybe any possibility that you produce another vertical which being shown on My Drama in the future?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I think with any producing, it's just a matter of, can we align on the story,
Hmm.
and do we align on the same like creative vision? And now for again, they're based, Ukraine, Portugal. Also logistically, does it make sense for them to shoot a bunch in Los Angeles versus being able to do it closer to home and having a little bit more tax incentive and these types of things? So I'm also understanding of, the very real inflating barriers that come with shooting in LA.
Yeah.
Um, so I do hope to, but we'll see. Nothing planned as of yet.
Okay. Because I mean, if they would decide something like that and they would say, let's shoot in Portugal, for example, would be there maybe a possibility that, I mean, since in the Ukraine is a war right now and the male actors are not allowed to leave the country, but the actresses can travel. If you would be, or if you would do a vertical again, would you maybe include maybe one or another female actress from the Ukraine? So it can be maybe a combine between the American and the Ukrainian verticals.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. The actress from Spark Me Tenderly,
Alexandra Soroka.
yeah, she's really great. I saw most of that series when prepping, for working with my drama, and she was really really excellent. But I think, there's also an opportunity, depending on travel, to have like a Ukrainian guy and an American guy together in one, a Ukrainian actress, American actress, and not do like a face-off thing, but like something like in that realm
Yeah,
uh, that could be fun for the fan base on
yeah,
both sides.
definitely, definitely. I mean, if there hopefully the war will end someday. If there would maybe a possibility that you decide maybe even to go to the Ukraine and shoot there, and so you can mix it up all together, because there are a lot of talented actors and actresses in the Ukraine. Because I saw the first verticals, or actually, it was the first vertical of the Ukraine, The Shy Beauty and the Billionaire Beast with Nazar Graba and Alex
Uh-huh.
Soroka. And I didn't knew from where they are, but I heard an Eastern European accent, so I Googled it and I figured out they are from the Ukraine. And I was um, surprised that they still can do that even if they have the war. And I guess it would be really, really amazing to see, because the community worldwide is growing. No matter if it's from the American or worldwide, the verticals, or from the Ukraine, but that would be fun to see. Definitely.
Yeah, I think as the space gets more and more mature, there's opportunity for that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Ukrainians don't have many verticals out yet. I guess it's 34, 35 in total, but they're shooting a lot of mini movies. There's on YouTube are a few channels like Love Busters and Dramatize Me, which are showing so-called mini movies. They are in the length of 10 to 15 minutes. And they are for free. The audience don't have to pay for it, but those actors shooting a lot for that, and that's why they are always busy. I mean, they acting in theaters, but also in the mini movies and verticals. Um, what? Let me really check my notes. Yeah. Oh, now I lost something, because most points we already talked about. But yeah, if you've seen the Ukrainian verticals, did you see a difference between the American and the Ukrainian verticals?
Well, they're spicier.
Yeah,
There's
that's
much
for
more
sure.
focus on sex and skin, uh, and that's the angle they're taking, which I get. So that's definitely it's not a huge differentiator, but also there's just a certain way when you watch the ones on MyDrama, they just have a little bit of a different feel than the well, I guess American, yeah, I guess is what you would call the others. Um, that is a little bit different. The My Drama ones are a little bit darker, like
Hmm.
just in color grade, they're darker and uh, like I said, spicier.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a huge difference is in America, the verticals, like I mentioned it earlier, the storylines repeat themselves very often. I mean, it's always a little bit change in different actors, but you've seen some storylines, you've seen it in other verticals. In the Ukraine, it's always kind of unique. I mean, they have werewolves, they have vampires, they have billionaires and CEOs, mafia bosses also, but you didn't see the storyline in this way. And like you said, we Europeans are more open what those steamy scenes are. And yeah, that's actually a difference, which maybe some people don't like that it's too spicy sometimes. But there are a lot of fans who like it this way.
Well, you can't please everybody.
Um, so yeah, actually, we don't want to take too much time from you, because the most parts we already talked about, but let's see. Yeah, we have some other points. For example, in September is an important event. The Verticon. This will be the first Verticon in the space of verticals, where 14 actors will be joining the event, where the fans can communicate with them, get autographs, pictures, and so on. Maybe you are a part of it as well. Do you want to say something to the Verticon?
Yeah, I mean, just to give some backstory, I mean, Holly Wolfgram, the producer and woman who's running it, she had approached me, I guess this would have been in February, about doing the Verticon. And I was like, this seems cool. You seem really nice. I'm happy to talk about it. So she happened to be in LA. We met in person. She had a whole business plan situation laid out, and I was like, oh, okay, no, this is great. But look, I haven't worked with you before, and I want to go to the Philippines, produce a trip for me there, and let's see how a meet and greet goes on a smaller level there. And I want to see, how you operate.
Mhm.
And she did a really great job. That was a really successful time in the Philippines, kind of breaking that barrier from the vertical community being entirely online and the actors being separate to now an actor meeting fans, signing autographs, taking pictures. That to me was an important barrier to break to say, hey, okay, now I've been able to do this. You helped me with it, but this is also proof of concept that a Verticon will work.
Yeah.
And then you get, 15 other guys and girls, it's going to be a great thing. So after that, I was like, yeah, I'm down to do it. I'm down to speak about it and help promote it. So yeah, she's working around the clock to get this thing ready. September will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Culver City or Los Angeles, come out and meet some of your favorite vertical stars and just have a great time, an unforgettable weekend in LA.
Definitely, and I will spill some facts. It will be from the 26th to the 28th of September this year in LA. There will be 14 actors. I will name all of them. It's Sam Meyerson, Robert Palmer Watkins, Kirby Elwood, Kira Wisely, Brooke Maltram, Nick Ritacco, Eric Gilmet, Jeff Violet, Mariah Moss, Kasey Esser, Noah Fernley, Naomi Funslike, Mark Pontarelli, Kelsey, and Kelsey Muskell. So everybody who want to be a part of this Verticon, you can get some autographs, you can get some pictures, and you can get some meet and greets. But there also been two more very important things. First of all, on Friday of this event, there will be a charity auction. It's actually an auction for I hope I pronounce it correct. It's for Courageous. This is a group who encourage children in the hospital with uplifting entertainment, and the actors will yeah donate some personal stuff for this auction. So I will put in the YouTube description all those links from the Verticon and from Encourages. So if you want to get something from your favorite actor or actress, be a part of the Verticon. And also there will be, yeah, furthermore, the Verti Awards will be presented, which is chosen through nominations by podcasters, vertical experts, and winners voted by the people. So it's don't gonna be boring. So go there, have fun, meet your favorite actor or actress, and be a part of the whole amazing event.
I'm donating my underwear at the charity event.
What do you donate? Sorry.
My underwear?
Okay. Um, so you heard it. Go there, donate, be a part of the auction. Yeah, that is actually a great event. I mean, we Europeans, we wish we would have something like that here too, But I guess it would be more difficult because all the actors they need to fly in all the actors and stuff. And I guess it would be more difficult to do something like that. But we would love that maybe you, Casey, would come maybe one day to Germany so we can make a meet and greet. If not all the actors will be here, but we would be really glad if you would come this way.
That'd be so fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
If someone put something together, I would try to figure it out.
yeah, that would be amazing. And I guess there are a lot of Europeans who would join, even if they are not from Germany or UK, wherever they are from. That would be amazing.
Remind
But
me where you are.
say it again.
Where are you?
I'm in the middle of Cologne and Düsseldorf in the west side of Germany.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that would
Nice.
be a great place because we have an airport in Cologne, we have an airport here in Düsseldorf, and the airport of Frankfurt, which is the biggest one in Germany. It's only 3 hours away. Cologne is from me an hour away, and Düsseldorf is 20 minutes away.
And I'm German.
Yeah. So should I switch to German now?
Yeah. I tried to learn for like, I think my streak was like 80 days of German, but I found it to be a tough language.
It is, it is. The pronunciation is really hard, and the grammar, I mean, even for us German, the grammar is sometimes hard because
Yeah.
so many rules. But yeah, I mean, it's always hard to learn a different language.
Yeah.
I see it
So,
right now because I learned English in school, and right now I started to learn a little bit Ukrainian. And that's really difficult because the letters are in Kirill, and so it's more difficult to read the words. But
yeah,
yeah.
listening to the MyDrama people speak Ukrainian to each other. I mean, yeah, it's like any other language. You're just like totally,
Yeah,
totally lost.
I mean, if you learn English, you still can read the word because the letters look alike, and you
Hmm.
maybe can figure out what the word means. But since it's Kirill, it's more hard.
Yeah, they
So
tried to get me to pronounce a few things. I was like, they were cracking up because I couldn't get it.
yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Um, yeah, but what I want to know, so I guess you are still working or to some new projects, and do you know when maybe the next one coming out from you?
Yeah, the next one that's coming out should be the one I did with Shanna, where that's where I play a professor. She's like a grad assistant student, um, and that's with VGLU. And I had shied away from the professor storylines, up until then, but I was willing to read the script for this one, and I was like, oh wow, this is actually tastefully done, and was actually a good story. So I'm excited to see how that one turns out. That'll be on VGlue. It should be today's May 6th. I think it's supposed to be mid-May, late May.
Oh, then let's wait for it. Um,
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
the chemistry
always a
between,
few.
yeah, the chemistry between you and Shanna is amazing. So we can't wait for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah, there's always a few that are on the way, but I think that one will be first up.
That sounds good. So you are always busy with new shooting. Do you ever do you have ever some free space for you where you can come down and don't work? I mean, you are not an actor and producer. You have your own gym business, and I guess you started to model and you have built your branch, I guess. So you do the
No
job.
break.
Say it again, please.
No break.
Okay, but it's still enough. I mean, you do the job of what other people only would do one job, and you have all at once. And I mean, you have some free time for you,
No.
but you have to be careful. We need you, so sometimes take a break.
I mean, I'm gonna get a pedicure probably later today, and that'll be my break. And yeah, then I'll go straight to Esser's because I'm off from shooting this week. So now I will be able to refocus on the other parts of my life
Yeah.
for a period of time.
Yeah, I guess because if you guys always shooting so much, it's a little bit dangerous to yeah, kind of get a burnout. So
Not me.
not you. You are full of energy.
Yeah, not me. Yeah, those are all excuses.
Yeah, there it is. No excuses.
Yeah, yeah. You just got to drink a lot of water, eat a lot of blueberries.
Yeah, that's my problem. I can't drink water. I told you once.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I can't do it because of medical reasons. That's why I always have some flavor.
some flavor. Wow, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I wish I could drink it. I really do.
it's
And
protein shakes for you, I guess.
yeah, it's happened. But I have to do I have to change it. But it helps a lot. Like I said on the begin with the accountability team, we always support each other if we have a down or something. The others always pushing us back to be on track. That's
Amazing.
really good. And that's what we need if you don't already live the lifestyle.
Yeah, it'll be really great to see some of you who are coming to Verticon come to Essers and be able
Yeah,
to celebrate that progress.
that's why the Verticon side effect.
Yes. I love that there's already a shirt.
Yeah, I made it myself, so
Well
um,
done.
thank you. Do you have anything to say to the audience?
Mm, no, just thank you for, I mean, continue to support the Ukrainian verticals and all the work that they're doing with MyDrama and otherwise, and continue to give them a platform because there's just really talented people working over there because I've seen it in person and in the series themselves, and I was happy to help promote that platform and help give it more, whatever American viewers, and so I hope they continue to grow and get through the time that they're going through logistically, and that hope everyone, stays safe.
Yeah, thank you. That's why I created this thing on YouTube to make or give those actors a platform where they can introduce themselves. Because it's the same like in America. The actors barely get some credits or recognition in the vertical. So that's why it's a little bit harder. And I mean, worldwide, the actors have pages like IMBD, and the Ukrainians don't have something like this. They have maybe in Ukraine some web pages, but most of the fans can't read it because it's in Ukrainian. So to figure out who's acting in which movie, it's the only possibility to watch them. So
Yeah.
so far, I watched only from the mini movies around 500 to figure out.
500?
Mhm. And I'm not done yet. We have the on Discord the filmographies of all the actors, and we can talk about them. And we are not done yet with all the mini movies. Like I said, Dramatize Me have around 1,400 mini movies, and I we have to watch them all.
Well, yeah, and thank you for doing the vertical fandom and kind of categorizing everything. That's a huge undertaking
Yeah.
at this point.
That's the only way to figure out who's playing. And I mean, on Real Short, there's a first Ukrainian vertical just came out a few days ago. It's Laugh at a Dangerous Speeds.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that one because it was out around the same time my
Yeah,
latest one came
yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah.
and I recognized the guy.
That's
Uh,
Nazar
I was
Grabar.
like, I've seen him in my drama.
Yeah, yeah. And he's the guy from Spark Me Tenderly.
hmm hmm Yeah, there's two
And
guys I see kind of rotating on there.
yeah,
Both very good.
yeah, that was the first vertical which been published on Real Shorts. And
That's a
yeah, Real Short.
it's a big step. It's a big step.
Yeah, definitely. And they had, and after, I guess after 8 hours, they had over 4 million views.
Amazing.
So it's the first big step.
Yeah. Well, good for them. I
Yeah,
hope that continues to go that direction.
yeah, definitely. That's actually to see how they grow too. It's amazing to see. I mean, it only can be like that. Well, it's have to be like that. Because if the audience is growing, it's better if more people see that. And I mean, Real Short is kind of like the mother of the vertical apps. So it's a perfect place.
Yeah,
Um, Thank you for your time. I enjoyed it really, and
me too.
yeah, and I hope we see much more of you because you have to stay on the position of the king of verticals.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll see.
you have to dominate, huh?
Have to dominate. Have to. No, no free time.
Yeah, thanks for your time, and uh, we are actually honored and happy that you choose us to talk to us.
Thank you.
And we talk in the Kasey Talk. So if you want to get more special information about Kasey, come to the Kasey Talk or to his
That's that's
subscription
that's
channel.
where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah, because your subscription channel is very amazing because you don't just post maybe BTS, yeah, you do it too, but you inform us about so many things about the vertical space, which we as an audience never would see or know about, but it's very informative.
I mean, likewise, it's informative back to get the feedback of dedicated viewers to say, okay, I like this, I don't like this, and I use that, and I take that information, and it's very helpful to me.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's like a little
Um,
focus group.
then enjoy your pedicure and
Thank you.
a
I
little bit
will.
of your free time. And maybe we see us again.
Maybe. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.